Good morning and welcome to Going to Work with Gena, which is an Inspiremercial for STEM students. I am Dr. Gena Henderson. STEM students, this morning we are diffusing Citrus Fresh because it has a calming, relaxing mode to it, and it helps with the lymphatic system and the immune system. So it's doing all of those things while I instruct on this Python lesson. So it's Python Wednesday. So what we're going to do is I want to talk to you today about me making mistakes as I actually program. So I know most of the time that you actually see me, I already have the file already constructed. I've already built the file. And I want to go back to something because here in file conditions, element conditions, I actually was trying to use the range, but we got here towards the end. I wanted to incorporate the range with a vote. I wanted you to be able to input what your age was, and then I was going to look at the range and compare it in a if loop, and you were going to determine like whether or not you can vote. But we had got right here towards the end, here, and I had to basically make it comments, meaning I had to put the number sign in front of it, the pound sign in front of it. And so that means that none of this code actually ran when I ran this program, element conditions. So we were going to learn about the range as early as me introducing element conditions. But what I had to do is I had to really understand when I'm getting ready for the user to input a value, I needed to accept that a value as an integer. And so I had to go back and figure out how to do that. So the way that I was doing it is actually okay. It's just that I forgot a whole phrase or a whole stanza or a whole module, should I say. So what I did was at the end of our last program that we worked on, I had did the same thing as far as trying to incorporate the range, but this time I have it and it's all working. So right here is the module that we're considering, and what I was trying to do is voting ranges. So now here age is equal to range 1 to 18. Remember what I told you, whenever you have a range, it actually goes up to the value that you see. So I'm asking it to print the range list here. So it's going to print that list for me. And then I've asked you all to input a value of your current age. It's going to print your age is whatever the value is. And then it's going to say, can you vote at that whatever age that is? Then it's going to enter a if loop. Okay. It's going to evaluate this number here because it is a number and not a string because I have put integer in front of input. So whatever you remember, whenever you use the input function and you use it with a string, the value comes out of string unless you turn it into an integer. And that's what I've actually done here. So it's going to take that integer and it's going to look at it between 1 and 18 or 1 and 17. If it is less than, if it's in that range, then it's going to print you are not old enough to vote. But if I put in something greater than 18 or equal to 18, it's going to say you should vote every election. So what I want to do now is I just want to go here. I want to run the module, run the program. Okay. Okay, so what happened? Let's see this. Let's save it, then run it. Okay, so now it ran. So remember we did all of this stuff up to this point. Remember, we asked for it. Let's take this over here. We asked for it to actually print the list of the range. And here it is, list age. It's the list of the range. See how it goes from 1 to 17. Okay, it never print 18, although it says go up to 18. So now it's asking me to input your current age. So I'm gonna put that I'm 15. Okay, so and then I'm gonna enter. So now it says your age is 15. Your age is 15 because that's the value of X age. Can you vote at 15? Can you vote at 15? Then it's going to come back here and it's going to put X age, which is 15. If 15 is in this range, 1 to 17, it's going to print you are not old enough to vote. Else, if it was greater or equal to 18, it would print you should vote every election. So I'm going to go ahead and run the program again. And this time I'm going to put in 20. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me run it again. Let me save it. Save. Then I'll run it. Okay, what is going on? Okay, let's get it. Okay, I'm running it. All right, so now it brings up the shell. And as you can see, this time I'm going to put in what? 19. Let's put in 19 even though I said 20. And see, this time it says your age is 19. Can you vote at 19? You should vote every election. So when it comes to this else if statement or elif statement, it basically took the value that you put in at 19. It was not in this range, so it didn't execute here. But it was in this range because it was greater than or equal to 18. So it says you should vote every election. So I just wanted you to know that sometimes when I am working these programs, there are bugs. And so I have to get the bugs out. And so what I would do is I would actually go in line by line and I would actually put the pound sign in front of whatever portion of the module I'm having problems with. That way I could debug and go on and determine what it is that I need to do, be successful, and carry out a successful program. Okay, so here we just did a small program on ranges. Okay, I want to thank you for going to work with Gena today. If there's any infomercials that you missed, please don't hesitate to go to YouTube, Going to Work with Gena. Thank you.